Hello everyone, it's me again, Steedoj here. First shout to that comment is by Rocker Boy. Said, oh god, the hit user. Sees him doing a back hit. Oh god, he's trash. I know back hits are trash, but back hits, I just try to use them when I can. I'm really sorry, I keep forgetting that back hits are actually below average. Second shout to that comment is by UN, the Golden Freezer guy. Said, I want to see Goku and Piccolo take for driving tests. For those of you who don't know, Dragon Ball Kakarot is adding a ton of new canon backstories. Even changing some stories entirely, and UN is just saying, hey, I want to see Goku and Piccolo take their driving test. And you know what? They probably were going to add that anyways, because it's an expansion of Goku's, like anything to make Goku's story more interesting, right? So I think they were going to add that anyways. If you guys want your comments featured, please do leave a comment on the video, and don't forget, a like is completely mandatory for this, and of course a subscription too. I will see you guys throughout this video, because this is another one where I kind of have to explain the backstory and what's actually going on. Now this is a weird and different video because there's actually like a backstory to these fights, but the backstory is not a with messages kind of backstory. It's more of just talking and misunderstandings and maybe some KSI Deji treatment, if you know what I mean, being a bad brother. But me and Prolefc, we were just enjoying life one day. Actually, you know what, we'll get to that. First I want to talk about this. He wants to make me suffer for something. So of course he picked the grossest preset he could pick on his male margin. Now, I'm not saying his male margin is his best character. It's just his ugliest. So he's of course going to use it because you can put a cheap build on anything and it'll work. So yeah, you guys just saw that. That was Aura Slide from a block because you keep forgetting that move can do that. And then you also forget that the move can stun people too, which is also goddamn ultra exciting. That's some ultra instinct exciting stuff. All that aside though, yeah, he's just going to play his absolute cheapest on a character that's already really hard to look at. So not only do I have to look at something that is objectively ugly, I also have to lose to its very ugly method of fighting. And you can really see he's going all out here. Now obviously he has multiple presets for this character, like this character's whole existence is literally just to play cheap. And of course, I'm trying to, build my strike super damage through using the Kamehameha Super Soul. Because I was thinking, okay, well, if I Gigantic Rage him, that should fix most of my problems. However, I almost forgot the part where Gigantic Rage involves me having to be next to him and not being hit prior to that. Which is very hard. Gigantic Breaker, by the way. Oh, that move with the Kamehameha Super Soul is so good. But that doesn't matter because look at that. I have to be next to him to Gigantic Rage him, and I don't have Super Armor like Broly, nor do I have Broly's like massively extended range from using the attack as well, obviously. Kamehameha doesn't even do anything, even with the damage buff I get from the Super Soul, so that's like, that just adds more to my pain. But yeah, he has a ton of options, I don't have many options, so you can kind of guess how this fight goes, but don't worry, I have a lot of fights with this tubby, deformed, pink creature from the Black Lagoon. I don't know where that came from. But yeah, Aura Slide is just so gross. And he's not, if you can tell, he's not even using his evasive. It's pretty obvious what evasive he has, and I didn't even have to say it. You guys can comment down below what the evasive is. Because you'll see it. But yeah, this all happened from a KSI Deji level move. I'm going to call it the KSI Deji level move because it's just like, oh hey, we have a small misunderstanding between brothers. Should we resolve it by 1, talking like regular human beings, or 2, should we go out of our way to screw both of us over by insulting the other one and doing, we don't fight, alright? Me and my brother, we don't fight. Whenever we get mad at each other, we just do this. We go on Xenoverse 2 and we piss each other off. Now, naturally, I didn't know he was this upset, so I didn't think, I wasn't really expecting a lot of that. But can you blame me? I don't think you should blame me. Now, of course, I do pick Ultra Instinct Goku, because who else am I going to pick? I should have picked Jiren, that's who I should have actually picked, but that's besides the point. Let me guys know if you think Ultra Instinct Goku would have been a better pick than Jiren, because I didn't pick Jiren at all. But Ultra Instinct Goku does have, he's got the defense debuff, but he does so much damage that, just look at the health bar. That's a male margin with all of his stamina. So he gets a defense increase, and I did that much damage. So that's my reason for picking Ultra Instinct Goku, because that damage is super worth it. And if he vanishes too much, then obviously, he's just going to take even more damage. The male margins of less stamina, they take a ton of damage. But of course, I didn't think about the fact that, he could just use unvanishable stamina breaks and then Justice combination. Because this game has those. Yeah, my limit burst is just not timed at all. I was thinking, oh, when should I use my limit burst? But I don't think there's a timing for limit burst that can actually make you avoid all of Justice combination, or at least, you know, the meaty section of Justice combination that does all the damage. So yeah, bad limit burst on my part. It gets even worse because I decided to use a limit burst, I think kind of around now, when it's already a bit pointless. He'll kill me in like one hit anyways, so it's like I didn't, just a bit of a late limit burst, to be honest. I think I might call treating your siblings poorly from now on for KSI Deju treatment. Or should I just call it the KSI treatment? It's one of the two. But yeah, we were just having an epic bro moment, and I don't mean a bro moment, I mean bro moment. Because I use Godly Display, and he's like, hey, I have Energy Barrier and Aura Slide, so I'll just iframe through that. And I was like, oh. So, you know. That's depressing. I pick another OP character, of course, because, you know, that's the only goddamn way I'm going to beat this grotesque Margin pink bubblegum diarrhea. This is ridiculous. He throws me into a knockback into meditation, and it just works. It just works. So, that's kind of a little bit sad. Of course, he hasn't transformed yet, so he hasn't actually got the power-up he's looking for, because he's trying to use the Super Soul, which would make him regenerate on top of being already hard to do a ton of damage to. It's okay, because I'm choosing Blue Goku, so if I can just get one knockback, the problem is I have to actually like touch my enemy to be a threat. He doesn't. He has to wait for me to touch him, and then he's a threat. Like, not as in, oh, he waits for me to attack first and uses his iframes to avoid all of my attacks. No, he can just wait for me to actually hit him, and I'm stuck in the stun lock. Oh. Kaioken! I'm stuck there. And then he can just Aura Slide me, but it's okay. As you guys can see, I have Kaioken and God Fist now. Everything should be okay. Now, what would be the one reason that Kaioken and God Fist would not seem OP? Maybe if I just, yeah, you know, get hit by absolutely everything, because just this combination, you can't do anything about that move, because it's so balanced, so fair. But my stamina's not the issue, it's my health that's the problem. If I could have avoided that damage, that would have been good. I don't mind losing stamina, because in Kaioken Goku, I don't really, you know, it doesn't really take a lot to gain stamina back. As you can see, he's just drinking my health away with that Aura Slide. I'm trying to do the best with my God Fist spam, but as you can see, he's just way too tanky. Like, he's not even regenerating now, he's just legit too tanky for you to like notice much damage going on. But if he does like do or die or meditation even like once, then yeah, you know, Super Soul comes on and he starts regenerating again. Compare the amount of health he's getting back to the amount of damage I'm doing, and then you're like, oh. And then what actually makes this fight funnier is that the fight is in my favor, because in Xenoverse 2 things actually become harder when the game is lagging, but because we live in the same house, the game lags to like its absolute minimum that it possibly can. So technically I can actually get through a lot more of his iframes, and a lot more of my stuff works too. But at the same time, a lot more of his stuff works too. But what I mean is most of the cheap stuff in this game is really hard to deal with because of iframes and netcode. So I technically am fighting this boss battle on easy mode, and it's still a damn nightmare, because yeah, he's got Energy Barrier. He's like, hey, now that I remember I can do that, bang, and I'm like, oh okay, that's, I'm gonna cry. But I think what makes up for this is the next 3 fights. Now, he actually beat me more than 3 times. He beat me about like 7 times, but I can't show all of that. That'd just be an eternal video, because those are some long fights. So I'm just gonna show you the part where he beats me 3 times, and then I make my epic comeback, because, you know, we can't have 7 losses and 1 win. That would just be kind of boring. Of course, I already know he's gonna go for the meditation, so I'm like, hey, enough of that. And I'm actually picking a Goku priest that I prefer to look at more anyways. I just like the way Goku looks more in his regular gi than he does in his Wii ski. I don't understand how people can pick the Wii ski Goku. Of course, they only do it because, you know, it's overpowered. No one actually cares about the character or the looks. But I just prefer the way Blue... I mean, have I said this before? Super Saiyan Blue is actually my favorite Super Saiyan form, or probably my favorite form in Dragon Ball, period. And of course, Super Saiyan Blue on Goku's gi already looks beautiful. So the Wii ski kind of, you know, it's just an inferior look, to be honest. I don't see why anyone would even be down for it. Reminder, this all started because I lent him a little bit of money. That sounds like a KSI move, to be honest. Hey bro, I need exactly 20 pounds. Oh, sorry, I can't do that. Can't do that. I'm too busy making a rap video. By the way, that Super Kamehameha is probably the only reason I even come slightly close to beating him in this fight, because that damage. And then this, oh, what can I say? Oh, are you gonna limit burst? Well, sorry, doctor, I'm really desperate for that win, so you can't have that. But you can go to space! Much shorter fight, but of course I was far more determined to make sure he wasn't able to do anything. Because if he does, I'd be in some deep, and I don't want to be in deep. But you know who can handle deep? Broly. Broly can handle deep. It was rushing to my mind. Hey, I don't need Kaioken Goku. I just need super armor and like a lot of range. Because don't get me wrong, male margins have a ton of range, but they do have a lot of points in their combo where they just don't have any range at all. Like their arms just don't stretch. They don't do anything. And Broly is a giant boy, so of course he has all of that range, and they do not. And then again, Broly has super armor that he can actually activate in the middle of being attacked, which is super good for when you're just, like, let's say he's hitting me with, like, Aura Slide and stuff. All I have to do is just charge up Gigantic Charge or just use Gigantic Rage. I wouldn't say Gigantic Charge all the time. Gigantic Charge I should have used here because look at that. Broly is so big he gets hit by that anyways. Crazy. Imagine using 3 bars of stamina to avoid an ultimate, and when you try to punish the person, you can't because your character's too big. Actually, to be fair, I don't even think that's the case of Broly being too big, because you guys can let me know in the comment section. How many times have you tried to break someone using Justice Combination from, like, the back, and you get hit anyways, because the move just has such a ridiculously broken hitbox that you can't actually punish it? Please let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know if, let me know who is the KSI in this situation. Because technically, he's my bro, so I should help him out when I can. But at the same time, he's going out of his way to also screw me over. Now, I'm not really following the KSI Deji drama, so this might be completely irrelevant. But I know that what would solve this situation is if they both just said, "Hey, let's stop. Let's just do something reasonable, like go grab an ice cream. How about we just talk, you know? How about we do basic human communication that's been going on for millions of years and we've easily mastered it by this point? Nah, I'd rather just fight you in Xenoverse 2, to be honest, while using nonsense." But yeah, so Justice Combination hits people from everywhere, but at the same time, I have grabs that also do that. And I do remember that. So I do exploit Gigantic Rage, I think, quite a bit. I think I get 2 delicious Gigantic Rages at the end of this fight. But that doesn't change the fact that, of course, he's just drinking my health away. He's drinking my health away as well as getting so much health back. And my grabs don't actually do more damage than he regenerates health. He actually gets the health back from those grabs by the time I fly up to him. But don't worry, I have unvanishables, and he has energy barrier, so he can't do much about it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Delicioso. Hey, Steve, that was kind of cheap. Listen, I'm tired of getting comments talking about how I'm playing cheap against a guy who is so cheap, he might as well just only have pennies in his credit card. I'm not about to mess with that corny nonsense, because that's just ridiculous. Hey, how dare you do something that's significantly less worse than what he did? That kind of reminds me of, actually, you know what? I'm not ready to bring up the Vic situation. That's not important. What is important is that, goddamn, I get a pretty decent Gigantic Rage here. It doesn't lead into anything, but the fact that he's not regenerating shows how much damage I can get on him, even when he's got a defense buff. Because I do it again. My limit burst was only so I could not, like, you know, die. I mean, obviously, that's the whole point of it. But hey, Bomb Key Blast. Pretty delicious stuff. Pretty delicious stuff. Now, of course, I did have to use Kaioken Goku to beat him the last time, and I had to use Limit Burst to beat him this time. So I thought I would just, you know, not use any cheesy tactics and just pick the best character in the game instead. He doesn't have Kaioken, and I don't Limit Burst of him either. So obviously, you know, it's a more fair fight because Limit Burst is actually what made me win the last time, and the time before that was Goku's Kaioken. So now, you know, the fight should be fair because, you know, yeah, I'm not doing either of that. So, of course, his gross as margin versus hit, but it's alright because it's completely balanced. As you guys can see, I can link a combo into a grab into another combo for insane damage. But that's just fair. If you complain about that, then you obviously eat crayons and you don't know what true skill is. Here's what true skill is. I am displaying true skill right now on him. He's even, it's funny, he is such a goddamn mess. He actually struggles to hit me. Not to mention, look at that damage. God damn! God damn! God damn! He's like, hey, let me regenerate. And I'm like, hey. Kosanshiro! It's something it says in the anime. I don't remember what it translates to, but it's something it says in the anime, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please do leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Except don't say I look like Deji. Like the video and subscribe if you want more like this. And I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.